So let's go over it methodically. I think that's the best way to do it. We have new stuff for you tonight. The centerpiece in this prosecution is Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg. For those of you who don't live in the tri-state area, Mr. Bragg is an ultra-liberal. He was elected with a very small percentage of the vote. Color of Change funded his campaign, more than $400,000. That money came directly from George Soros. 50% of felony arrests in New York City are either dismissed or downgraded to misdemeanors by Mr. Bragg, who openly says he does not want to incarcerate criminals. Okay, that's who he is. Now, he is charging Donald Trump, as you know and have heard 1,000 times, with business irregularities, falsifying business records. That is a misdemeanor in New York State and couldn't be prosecuted because it happened 6 years ago and the statute of limitations is 2 years. The whole case should have been thrown out. Yet Mr. Bragg purports that there is another crime, a higher crime, that the falsification of the business records enabled. Yet when asked about what that crime could be, he would not answer. Now this, to me, if I'm a judge, I throw the case out right then and there. Because if there isn't a higher crime, it goes into the misdemeanor category. The statute of limitations is passed. You cannot try it. And Bragg is going, I don't have to tell you what it is. I'm the judge, out. Just on the legal merits of the case. Okay, so Bragg gets up there and says this, go.
34 false statements made to cover up other crimes. These are felony crimes in New York State, no matter who you are. We cannot and will not normalize serious criminal conduct.
Serious criminal conduct? Well, no bail for Donald Trump, of course, no bail for anybody, not in this state. And the next appearance is December 4th. So this is serious criminal conduct? And you're not going to even talk about it until December 4th? So Mr. Bragg came across as Alvin, one of the chipmunks, rather than a law enforcement agent who knows what he's doing. It's just, I said this from the beginning, a fiasco. Now, a lot of the analysis is based on ideology, that commentators either like or hate Donald Trump. I don't do that. If I thought Donald Trump committed a serious crime, I would tell you. I'm not Donald Trump's lawyer. I'm just a citizen of the United States and New York State. Look, let me make it even more vivid to you. Bragg has insinuated that Trump violated New York State election law. He didn't say it, he insinuated it by subterfuge, not telling people that some allegation back in 2006, and we'll get to that in a moment, was in play. Well, Congressman George Santos, in my district here, lied pretty much about every single thing when he was elected last November. Santos is just walking around. Nobody bothering Santos in New York State. So if Trump somehow deceived the voters, Santos didn't? Are you kidding me? It's serious because it's hurting the country, but it's a joke when you look at the legality. Now, Bragg's boss is Attorney General Letitia James, who's in Albany. She is just like Bragg when it comes to Donald Trump. Go.
As the next Attorney General, I see the law as a sword and as a shield to protect those who are vulnerable, because no one is above the law, including this illegitimate president. And so, I look forward to going into the office of Attorney General every day, suing him, defending your rights, and then going home.
Yeah, every day we're going to sue him, So that, I mean, that's against the law. You can't single out an American citizen for persecution, which he just said is against the law. So this whole thing, it's never going to be tried. You know, December 4th is the next hearing. It's never going to get in. Most likely by that time, this case will be thrown out. Although New York is a corrupt state, and the judges may go along with the machine, the Democratic far-left machine, but then it would go into the federal area, and that's where I think it'd get thrown out. Now, what about criminal intent? This is another one. So law and order, criminal intent, right? So in 2006, Stormy Daniels and Donald Trump had an interaction of some kind. I don't know what it was. You don't know what it was. Ms. Daniels has signed affidavits saying there was no affair, but now there is an affair, whatever it may be. But it took her 10 years to parade in with a lawyer who's now incarcerated, Avenatti, to demand money. That was in 2016, as the presidential vote was coming due. So they timed it, Stormy Daniels and her lawyer, so they would come in and demand money so it wouldn't throw the Trump campaign and Donald Trump's life into chaos. So what do you call that? You call that some kind of crime? Same thing happened with a woman named Karen McDougal, who went to the National Enquirer shortly before the presidential vote and said, I'll sell you my story for a lot of money. So if you're candidate Trump and the vote is coming up, well, you don't want this out for two reasons. You don't want your campaign blown up, and you don't want to hurt your family. He's got a 17-year-old son, right? So to prove criminal intent is impossible because Trump's lawyers just go in and say, look, who would want that? You know, the woman did get money, but this was to protect, this is what Trump's lawyers will say, his family. I mean, does that make sense to everybody? Now, Alvin Bragg is basing his entire case on these women and another grifter who made up a story and got a little bit of money. His entire case is based on those people. And again, I'll ask you, how would you describe those people? 10 years, nothing happened. And then all of a sudden, I want money. That's not what a prosecutor does. If the quote, complaining witness, all right, if the person where this all started is shady, not reliable, they don't take a case. So this case has so many problems, it's just almost beyond belief. The chairman of the Fed is promising more pain ahead. Last year, stocks dropped a whopping 20%. 2023 could be worse. You are right to be worried. So call the only precious metal dealer I trust, American Hartford Gold. They will show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. Since I've been a client and spokesperson, the price of gold has appreciated more than 35%. So please call today and they'll have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA or 401k. They have thousands of satisfied customers and have the highest rating in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Please tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they will give you up to $5,000 of free silver on your first order. Please call 866-501-5201. That's 866-501-5201, or text Bill to 65532. Again, that's 866-501-5201, or text Bill to 65532. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.